Okay, so yeah, what happens with this ChrisTV? It's a free version, as you can see. It's on very low settings. I promise you, the actual display looks better in reality. That's what everyone says. But yeah, it's a very old Xeon computer in the garage here. It doesn't work very well with the graphics cards, and so it's the best I can do. Yeah. So where were we? We loaded up the multi, and here's the sounds coming through. Um, I tried to make different colors here to differentiate the fact that the values are interlaced, but again, we can think of ways of doing that. Um, One thing here, I have this multi thing, so you can move backwards from your multis. It should work. Just wondering why it's not working now. Okay, I'll debug that. It should move backwards. I'm slightly surprised it doesn't. Um, oh yeah, that's doing it. So this one here, we can go backwards and forwards if we so wish. So hopefully you see it selecting, and I think if we click what this one would be 10, 11, then it should, there we are, update it to 11. So this one will be 19. Yeah, update it to 19. So I don't know, maybe I made a mistake. Here's a look. Oh, no, that seems right because it's 64, 72, 73, 74. Maybe I'm out by one. 64, 72, 73, 74. Yeah, I think I might be out by one. That might be the problem. Does it work now? No. Okay, I'll work on that. Um, but yeah, you can check the K1. It comes up and it tells you it's alive because it's done the sysex transfer, the check. I don't know why it does it twice. I mean, I do, but it sends two different sysex responses. So again, we can load an individual. Let me see if I've got one here. I think I created a single one somewhere. Did a synthetic, I think I called it. Yeah, synthetic multi. So if I double click, let's go under the multis. If I double click on that, it should load the K1 multi, and Miami is what it's loaded. So we get instant feedback that that's what was loaded in. So if it's a valid sysex and it goes to one of these slots, it should get colorized. Something else that I did on the singles, and you see it occasionally. Um, Basically, I might not be able to find one, but here we have the four waves, wave 1 to 4, and if there's a mute on it, then I don't show it. Well, actually, we could do that real time. Let's go back to this one. What does it even sound like? So what I'll do is I'll reach over to my panel if I can do it without making too much noise, and I'll quickly edit Common A, and I'll change from 4 to 2 voices. And then what I'll do is I'll write that and I'll send it to the synth. So now the synth has written it, and now what I'll do is I'll transfer the sysex, transmit, system, patch data, yes, yes, and there we go. You see that what happened was that the synth said, oh, hi guys, I've muted those two, and it shows you they're muted, because when I was debugging this, I spent bloody ages trying to work out why these values were not quite right. Oh, they're not even valid in the synth anymore. But I just found that quite useful. So this is kind of where I'm going with it. Like I said, I now have this stuff in memory. I now need to write the stuff out. So maybe I need a button to just show the direction I'm writing in. I'm not really certain. I put more space. I put a big volume button in here. This is the overall volume of the patch. If you remember last time with the multi, I wanted to keep it symmetric. Well, it's still symmetric, but I just added more distance down the bottom here. So maybe I'll put a write button or something, or a button up here that allows you to write a given patch or all the patches up to the memory to persist them. Um, because what I did just a moment ago was I modified the single and wrote it. Um, what we said is that the sysex allows singles to be modified, um, but multis, there's no way of sending it back. So the best we can do is to change the levels down, which is, I mean, a slight pain is you can't actually hear what it's doing until you write it. So maybe what I need to do is to put a couple of undo buffers. So you think, okay, I got that wrong. I'll resend that one. I don't know. It's all design. We should be doing what we like. Um, so it's a slight pain. I don't quite know why they did it. You could say I want these on the left. Say I want these on the right, and I want these in the middle. There is left, right. What's there? Let's use the keyboard up. There we are. Double, single click, left, right. So you might want something like that, and it gives you some sort of pan effect, yeah. And then when we add the button on click, it will write it to Miami, and it will give you that soundscape. So what I'm really excited to do, because I have a K4, K4 is quite a nice addition to the K1, although the K1's pretty neat in its own right. I really want to get on with that in the future, redesign it so I can get more out of it. Previously with the K4, like the K1, I only did the singles. I didn't do the multis. Um, I just couldn't get my head around the sysex. But once I realised just how badly written it was, and it's completely the other way around to what they say, then I was able to decode it, and that makes it good fun. So it's only taken me 30 years to understand all of the sysex on this thing. I'm a bit dumb in that respect. I had much better success rate with the Miniac, and that I had to totally reverse engineer. So yeah, and that's the other thing. Miniac has got the ability to take sources and use them as to filter them. So I think I might experiment in the future with putting the output of this thing through the Miniac filters, because that could be cool. And of course, the other thing is that what we could do, we could add in some sort of modulation. I mean, the Miniac is a fantastic synthesizer. It's very underrated. I quite like that because it meant they were cheaper. But it has these wonderful modulation matrices. And it occurs to me that this, at least, we can modify any parameter we want here via MIDI, and it should be relatively quick. So I don't see any reason why we couldn't use an LFO output or create one of our own to send any of these parameters to mimic the sorts of signal paths that you get on these other machines, and that could make it pretty cool, I think. But it's the way I look at it soon. It's just software, and we can control it and do what we like. It's just a case of coming up with some ideas and maybe working together over a virtual beer. I just realised that's not lined up, but I'll sort that out. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully you find it interesting. I should be releasing it soon. I just didn't want to release it when it was really buggy, and most of the bugginess was simply this whole business with sending out um, the data to the sim. Reading in is quick and easy. Sending out was crashing it, and I really didn't want to release a product like that, free or not free, because it just would get me very upset. And I want to make something that people can use. So, okay, thank you for listening, and take care. And if you want to know more, please drop me a private message or send a reply to the post. Thank you for listening, and just some sound before we go. Let's have a bass EP. What's that? I mean, the bass stuff is pretty good on it. Cathedrals are going to be some sort of yeah, or bows are normally pretty good on these things. It's a bit loud. Down a bit. Oh, volume's there, isn't it? Oh no, I'm being an idiot. This is a multi. It doesn't do anything on a multi. Well, what did I think? IC3. That's something I said I was going to do. I was going to layer the IC3s and the IC8s. Someone's already done it. Okay. In which case, let's go to IC3 and let's change the volume on that. So where's the volume again? Here. Let's make it down a bit. And we go back to this. And it's quieter. Let's just try that one more time. So back to the singles. Back to the multi. Yeah, it's got louder. So this is what I was saying to Dom, or whatever 17 is alias is, that I think that if you put a number of these together, just like the Miniac, and you modify the parameters, at least the individual on the channels, if this was on channel 1, 2, 3, 4, and you had a panel on 1, 2, 3, 4, I think you could change the parameters real time of the individual voice, if that's worth doing. Anyway, okay, thank you for your time, and